The Everett Public Schools would like to welcome back all of our e-learning center participants and hopefully soon all of our students. The foundation of the Everett Public Schools Health and Safety Plan is built on the 3 practices universally recommended by the medical community. All of us must wear face coverings, practice 6 feet of social distancing, and regularly wash our hands and practice good hygiene. These practices are proven to greatly minimize the spread of the virus. We have a responsibility to each other to be vigilant and following these essential health and safety precautions at all times. This video will cover the changes put in place in all Everett Public Schools to ensure the health and safety of all who participate in their academic programs from within any Everett Public Schools building. As you come back, please enter the building at the designated entrance for your assigned e-learning center. Per the City Ordinance, as of August 10th, 2020, masks are required at all times outside of your home and in all public places. This includes all e-learning centers. Social distancing is essential to minimize the risk of spread of COVID-19. This means keeping a safe space between yourself and other people who are not from your household. To practice social distancing, the Everett Public Schools has determined that staff and students should stay at least 6 feet away from each other. To facilitate social distancing, as you move through the building, please pay close attention to all signs. Protective barriers are in place at appropriate locations throughout the buildings. Elevator usage will be limited to those who have medical requirements to do so. In those instances, only 2 people will be allowed to ride the elevator, and they must social distance appropriately. All e-learning centers will be designed to maintain 6 feet of social distancing at all times. Desks will be arranged to maintain those distances. When traveling on stairs and through hallways, all students and staff should be as far to the right as possible. One-way travel will be in place where appropriate. In some e-learning centers, stairways will be specifically marked for one-way travel. We recommend that everyone washes their hands frequently. Classrooms with sinks and bathrooms will be equipped with touchless soap dispensers and paper towels. Hand washing is recommended, but when it is not possible, touchless hand sanitizer stations will be located throughout the e-learning centers. All maintenance staff have been trained in how to properly clean and disinfect all e-learning centers and bathrooms throughout the day and at night. Students will be provided with disposable water bottles. Students will not be allowed to bring personal water bottles from home. Lunches will be provided by the school. We ask that you do not bring in lunch from home. Outdoor and indoor recess spots will function to provide correct spacing during scheduled recess times. Play structures will not be in use during recess. As with all other locations, masks will be required at recess and social distancing will be practiced. All e-learning centers will have a designated isolation room for students who display COVID-19 symptoms. Students will be monitored by an Everett Public Schools staff member in this dedicated isolation space until a parent can dismiss that child. It is important for the health and safety of everyone in the building that any student who is in the isolation room and displaying COVID-19 symptoms be picked up within 30 minutes of communication with parents. Building air filtration systems will be constantly cleaned and monitored to ensure circulating air is effectively and efficiently filtered for airborne particulate matter. Before sending your child to the e-learning center, please pre-screen for illness. If your child is experiencing any of the following symptoms: feeling feverish or having a measured temperature greater than or equal to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, loss of taste or smell, cough, difficulty breathing, shortness of breath, fatigue, headache, chills, sore throat, congestion or runny nose, shaking or exaggerated shivering, significant muscle pain or ache, diarrhea, nausea, or vomiting, please do not send your child to the e-learning center and follow the guidance that will be provided upon registration for the e-learning centers. If you would like to access the Everett Public Schools Safety Plan, it will be available on the Everett Public Schools website in multiple languages. We will be constantly monitoring CDC guidelines to ensure that we are following updated health and safety guidance. The health and safety of your children and everyone involved in the e-learning centers is the highest priority of the Everett Public Schools as we slowly begin to return to learning in the classroom. We look forward to seeing all of our e-learning center participants on September 15th. Welcome back.